Hello everyone, welcome back to the Film Insight channel. In today's video, we're going to look back on some of the most absurd customers to appear on Kitchen Nightmares. So, sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get straight into the content, guys. We're starting things off with I'm shaking with anger.
It's to an hour for our food.
Shaking, that's getting mad, getting real mad.
Calm down.
In episode 8 of season 2, Chef Ramsay visited Jack's Waterfront, situated in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Owned by three men named Bill, Tamara, and Scott, their restaurant specialized in seafood. Unfortunately, it was pretty low quality.
The dressing is like honey, and so much of it. Absolutely disgusting.
That aside, the staff was lousy and painfully slow during the services.
Yeah, I got a big chunk here too.
What the
Man?
I don't know that they want to conform to a change.
Needless to say, customers were often left feeling hungry and would even wait hours to get their first appetizer. Upon his visit, Chef Ramsay was able to witness this abysmally slow service. He noticed that Chef Aaron took 45 minutes to send out his first order, which is awful. To make matters even worse, no one had a shred of respect for Chef Aaron, which made the work environment very toxic. They would do things like this.
Take this out and at least try to stir it up or something.
You brought it up, man. Why I gotta move it?
Nope. I threw it out.
Oh my god.
You can just say that the staff did whatever they wanted. Later, due to impatience, the customers started to do this.
They don't have any food.
If it doesn't come in 15 minutes, I'll do it. 15 minutes, we're leaving. Alright.
How much longer can anyone wait, especially when they're hungry? When the food finally reached the customers' tables though, it was awful. The owners had to trash tons of food that night.
I'm watching food get thrown away in the garbage can. That's my money going out the window. It's just a disappointment I let it go on this long.
The following day, a special seafood night was held to cover for the losses the business suffered.
So much money lost. You guys, I'm giving away every damn meal that I have tonight. Everything I'm giving away, free.
The specials were a hit, but the rest of the food was sent back yet again. As usual, the staff continued to take their sweet time. The funny part about this whole thing is that while the seafood special was a hit, most of the food served was frozen.
Unbelievable. An absolute meltdown. Not just in the kitchen, but the dining room as well. Just under 20 dishes have come back. It's frozen food. They can't even cook that right. Unbelievable.
Next up is I Want to Cry.
2 well-dones, 5 mid-wells.
I thought you said 2 mediums.
Make it a medium well.
If you're having a bad day, munching on some tasty food can really bring up your mood. But when you eat awful food like the one presented in this episode, it can make it much worse. In episode 6 of season 2, Chef Ramsay visited J. Willie's, situated in South Bend, Indiana. John Idenbach and a husband and wife duo named Rick and Trisha own and ran the place. Upon inspecting the place, Chef Ramsay found the restaurant and kitchen to be an absolute mess. First off, the chefs only seemed to reheat the food. Nothing that was cooked in this restaurant was fresh. Everything was either canned or frozen. Secondly, during one of the dinner services, Chef Ramsay made a few minor changes to see how things would go.
So with a homemade barbecue sauce and fresh cut homemade fries. Are we ready?
The service was going well until the staff started getting overwhelmed with orders.
Burger, burger, burger.
They are rushed out to the dining room.
They were not used to working at such a fast pace as they hardly did anything before.
Is this burger you gave me, is that well done?
No, you said mid-well. It's done, dude.
Because of this, the food that was served was subpar at best. Of course, the customers weren't happy about it at all. Many burgers were returned to the kitchen, and guess what? The pantry was out of burger patties, buns, and fries. But that's when the staff came up with this horrendous idea. Hello? These guys decided to replace the burger buns with sourdough bread instead? Really? The customers wanted burgers, not sandwiches. If you're out of inventory, could you at least be honest and suggest another option from the menu? I guess that wasn't an option for this restaurant. The customers had to wait a long time for their food, and when they finally got it, they received half-assed burgers. And the fries were frozen, not homemade. Once they sent out the replaced orders, while most of the customers were already pissed, one of them did this.
The whole dinner is gone.
To keep the special going, the restaurant decided to drop its standards. Of course, this was the wrong decision.
Okay, the burger came back. Take it out for check. In tears. She's in tears? Yeah.
Seeing the turn of events, Chef Ramsay said,
We got off to a really good start, but then standards started dropping. But John and Rick accepted the standards dropping, and they just were happy to send slop. So right now, we're back to square one.
The customers we covered so far might not be entirely wrong or absurd, but the next one I'm going to talk about was rude, absurd, and a total Karen. Let's get into Campagna's customers.
You getting upset now?
Yeah, I'm getting real upset.
Thank for that. Hopefully I'll get through to you now.
In episode 9 of season 1, Chef Ramsay visited Campagna, situated in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, owned by a man named Joseph Cerniglia. However, while the restaurant claimed to serve good Italian food, it did quite the opposite. Not only was the food very poor, but their portion sizes were fit for a dinosaur. During the restaurant's relaunch, things went pretty well. Many customers were enjoying the food and atmosphere.
Take your orders so you can look over the menu.
Thank you.
Are you guys ready to order your entrees? What do you have? Steak.
However, there were 2 tables that weren't satisfied with their experience. First came this.
That's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It's terrible.
Are you kidding or?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're serious?
That I wouldn't even feature my dog.
They hated the food and made an overall fuss. The server responded in this way since he couldn't believe things. Seeing that there was nothing wrong with the food, Chef Ramsay decided to visit the table himself and...
Terrible. Worst food I've ever
Really? Why don't you just take a seat and just sit down and try to enjoy...
The customer didn't want to listen to anything and continued to complain.
Okay. Okay.
My steak was tough.
Chef Ramsay had enough of it and said,
Oh, madam, unfortunately you're talking out your rear. But you're just walking around looking for trouble.
He actually shut her down twice. Watch this.
Ladies, welcome. Good evening. So sorry about the old bag.
1 hour into the service, Joe felt overwhelmed and stressed about the orders. So he decided to walk to the front of house and check on some of the customers. Sadly, this only led to an increase in the wait times since no one was keeping track of the orders.
Here for 40 minutes and I haven't eaten yet.
While most of the customers were unhappy about this, one table really stood out. Unfortunately, this table ran out of patience. They complained about the food and the wait time.
But at least if somebody would have came over a little hours and said something. Who needs time?
Is it really not?
It's 2 hours already. How long does it take to make spaghetti?
Seeing this, Joe went to the table to calm them down, and this is what happened. The lady at the table was clearly not happy with this response. Joe tried to apologize, but she said,
I'm sorry about what happened.
I'm sorry, that's not exactly.
Alright, let me, I gotta run back there. I'm sorry, but no, I do. I do.
I guess you really do.
The lady wasn't done yet since she decided to walk up to the front and say,
I don't know, I'm very disappointed. Been here many, many times. I felt like I was eating ragu. Yeah, that one out there was saying the food's like ragu.
She even complained about the food to the other customers. Shockingly, the customers started to defend the restaurant and its food. One of them said,
I had the fish, it was great.
Well, somebody else had the fish and it tasted like pond water.
That's when the frustrated customer reached out to others. Eventually, another customer questioned her and said,
She said, don't take why did you keep eating? Why did you keep eating if it was that bad?
What's her problem?
If it was that bad?
Some customers can just go above and beyond to get some free food. For the next entry, we're going to include an episode where the customers joined in on Chef Ramsay's roasting of the owners. We call this entry Grilled Salad.
Oh my God, I didn't even see you, Cass. How you doing, baby?
I just dress up and smile. That's all I do.
If you see grilled salad on the menu, you'd assume that it's a salad that either incorporates some sort of grilled chicken or maybe even steak. This isn't the case at this restaurant. In Season 5, Episode 12, Chef Ramsay visits a restaurant called Park's Edge, situated in Inman Park. The restaurant was owned by 2 best friends named Jorge and Richard. They both lacked restaurant experience, and the worst part was that their food was complicated, leaving the staff feeling very overworked.
Mexican, Asian, Indian. It sounds like a confusion.
One of the funniest things about their menu was their grilled salad. Yep, you saw that right. The salad is grilled, and Jorge was confident that Chef Ramsay would love it.
The lettuce is grilled.
Top it on the grill. You never heard of that?
No.
Chef Ramsay was not prepared for this, and his reaction was,
It is grilled.
You're still amazed.
I'm shocked.
He was so shocked that he had to share it with the customers.
This is a first for me. A grilled Caesar salad.
The customers too were in disbelief. I mean, who grills lettuce?
Grilled the lettuce.
With a lack of experience, Jorge also lacked basic knowledge of food, even though he claimed to have gone to culinary school. If you wonder how the grilled salad tasted, it tasted like this.
It's not very nice inside. Dry chicken. The salad looks hideous.
And guess what?
Why is it so spicy?
Take it away. Everything is spicy, everything.
Would you like to try some grilled salad? Let us know in the comment section down below. For our next entry, would you like to have some filth?
Right now, I'm out of here. Your choice.
Excuse me, are you interested in being served dinner with that filth?
Chef Ramsay encountered the youngest restaurant owner he's come across yet. Meet 28-year-old Lisa Hammett, who just finished her business program at USC.
And you graduated from where?
USC, Marshall School Business.
Yeah. What was that, a graduation present?
No, Dad didn't buy me a restaurant.
Hemet may have a degree in business, but she didn't know anything about food. The young lady hadn't even tried half of the items on her menu, as she was a vegetarian and had absolutely no control over what happened in the kitchen.
I'm actually vegetarian.
Just say that again. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm vegetarian.
You're vegetarian?
Yeah.
Well, that's when Chef Ramsay came into the picture. He decided to teach Hemet and her incompetent staff how to run a restaurant.
Everybody, stop! Lisa, come here 2 seconds. Come here. That is disgusting.
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
When Chef Ramsay confronted the head chef and Hemet regarding their use of frozen pasta and tuna, Hemet bluntly replied that she didn't know.
I don't know.
Roughly.
A couple days.
A couple of days. It's like pastrami.
In response, Chef Ramsay said this.
You don't need a degree to identify that crap. Trust me.
So anyway, there were many issues with this restaurant, but Chef Ramsay observed their service first before probing any deeper. During the service, several customers returned their food to the kitchen. And this is what Chef Ramsay had to say.
Very gummy to say it's not.
Gummy. She's right. Gummy, she's being polite.
When Chef Ramsay decided to examine the kitchen, all he found was stale, rotting, and moldy food. But Hemet just acted out like she didn't know or just didn't care. The level of ignorance that the owner displayed really pissed off Ramsay, so he decided to teach her a lesson that she wouldn't forget. That's when he did this.
Excuse me? All these tables here, can I borrow it for 2 seconds, please? Follow me. Are you interested in being served dinner with that filth?
He then asked Lisa,
Does anyone who eat now? That's your customers.
Soon the customers who stayed back for the service started to leave as well. Well, Chef Ramsay's trick worked, since Hemet embraced all the changes the famous chef made, and the restaurant ended up doing very well. That's the impact customers' feedback can have on any business.
Did you like it?
That was really good.
With that, sadly, we've come to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do you remember any of these absurd customers? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give us a like and share. Also hit the subscribe button to never miss out on our updates. Thanks for watching, guys.